Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV, back again, once again. Instant classics is all we're doing over here, ladies and gentlemen. First time to the channel, guys. Make sure you get the like, subscribe, notify, do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the Good Doc's content. Everything you should need to know about me shall be listed in the links in the description area below. So, today I wanted to do something interesting, and I just wanted to have this conversation and politic with my audience in general about third world countries. So I'm actually looking at a website right now, and I was on a website earlier, and I just wanted to go through some of the countries that in 2021 they are considered to be third world. So of course we have the Philippines off top, Ethiopia, India, Sudan, Togo, Uganda, Madagascar, Rwanda, Tanzania, places that I've talked about wanting to visit, Myanmar, Cambodia, Zambia, Laos, Ghana, and the list goes on and on. Honduras, and guys, the list is Cape Verde, you name it. There are a bunch of countries on this list that are considered to be third world. And I wanted to have the conversation about the stigma around foreigners such as myself and others that are opting to choose to either visit and or live in third world countries, and why does it seem to almost be considered a bad thing that foreigners are choosing or opting to want to leave their own countries and live in what is perceived and considered to be a third world country. Now, you have beautiful countries in Europe and beautiful countries and places in Europe that you can go to live that are probably be, on the same equivalency as the United States in reference to standards. And, you can go to other places and, find just as much excitement and perceived value that you would get in the United States, if you move to these particular places. But why is it that us, myself included, are opting to move to third world countries? And why is it a bad thing or a stigma or considered to be negative that we are opting to move to these countries? I think it's because everybody believes that any foreigner looking to move to third world countries is looking to take advantage of the third world country. And to be honest, it's true. When I move to the Philippines or when I move abroad, if I'm choosing to stay in a third world country, I'm looking to take advantage of the country, but not in the way in which you think. My taking advantage of the country is knowing that the money that I earned in the United States is going to go further. It's going to provide me what I would perceive to be a better quality of life. It's going to provide me areas in which I could live in that fit to my personal standards that would probably be on the level of the United States, but just not cost me as much as living in the United States of America. I find that third world countries provide opportunity. Now, for those of you who are business minded and business savvy, you may be able to bring something to that country that they may not have had before, and you can kind of close the gap and fill the gap in that area as well. Not saying that you should go to third world countries looking to start a business, because sometimes that doesn't always work in the foreigner's favor, but I would be remiss not to sit there and at least have that thought process in your head. You don't necessarily have to run it, but if you can find a way to provide some things to that country and take advantage of the opportunity of being able to go there and live there, I don't really see that as a bad thing, okay? But everybody thinks that foreigners are moving to third world countries to do bad things. Are there people in the country doing bad things? You bet your ass. You bet your ass. I mean, you can find foreigners getting exposed all over the internet, more specifically on YouTube and all types of shit about what they're choosing to do in these countries, okay? I don't want to go into that because that's not the level that I'm on, and that's not what I'm looking to talk about. But a lot of people who have never traveled, or a lot of people who have never been to what would be perceived as a third world country, doesn't know the beauty that some third world countries have to offer. Everybody hears third world and they think, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, it's going to be negative, it's going to be this, I'm not going to have fun, I'm going to be robbed every day, or somebody's going to try to take advantage of me, and this, that, and the other. And that's where their thought process runs, because they're like, well, we come from the first world, so the first world, the third world's going to be looking to take advantage of people from the first world and all of that stuff. Could it happen? Yes. Has it happened? You bet your ass it's happened. But that should not deter anybody from wanting to experience the the underlying beauty that a country has to offer. And again, I'm not just speaking specifically about the Philippines. I mean, El Salvador, Honduras, Vietnam, Indonesia, India, they all have their hidden gems and beauties. On the surface level, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that it's all going to be peaches and cream. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that it's all going to be beautiful. But to sit there and act as if beauty doesn't exist in third world countries is a fallacy. And these hidden gems, I'm not trying to get you guys, I'm not trying to tell you guys to visit there because I don't want you guys to go there, especially if it's something that's supposed to be hidden, it's supposed to be a secret, letting the secret out. I don't want y'all there, but they exist. You understand? That's like thinking the Philippines is just horrible, but you guys don't understand that the Philippines has a lot to offer to foreigners. I mean, if you're into snorkeling and scuba diving and the beach life and the dive lifestyle, beautiful places in that country where you can actually enjoy those activities. You understand? So it's not as if the third world country in its air quoted stigma is all bad. Everybody wants to think that. Everybody wants to think, well, he's moving to a third world country because he can't afford to live in the United States. Could be true. But at the end of the day, I'm the type of person I would rather go to a place where I can get more bang for my buck, more value for my dollar. Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for wanting to create perceived value in the money that I've earned over my existence on earth? Am I wrong for wanting to take advantage of cheaper living? You understand? Am I wrong for wanting to take advantage of wanting to see the world, but, in a very budget-friendly way, So it's like, I never understood why it's a stigma or why is it perceived to be negative that foreigners choose to travel to these third world countries. Okay? I've been there, I've done that. I even wrote a book on it, guys. Dr. Mike's. It was actually labeled Mike the PI's Quick Guide for First Timers to the Philippines. If you guys haven't caught that book, link in the description area below. It's the first book I ever written. It's a little bit rough, but it was fun. So if you've never been to the Philippines, guys, and you want to have just this first quick guide to really lock in and get you guys started, by all means, check that book out. It was one of the first ones I ever sold. It's the book up to date that I've sold the most copies of on Amazon. It went number one on Amazon, which was like surprising as hell. It was number one when it released for travel books. So it's one of my favorite books, guys, and it's rough. I admit, my first book I ever written, but it gives you some brief insight into it. Even if you are a specialist or an expert in the Philippines and things like that, it would just be a good read for you to be able to, refresh yourself and say, okay, he might be right about this. He might be on to something. So y'all make sure y'all check that out, man. And make sure you check out everything else that's listed in the link in the description there below, guys. I promise you will not be disappointed. I would like you guys to share this video with one friend if you can. You want to share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube, share it with your audience, guys. By all means, I want to know what it is about the stigma that exists in third world countries. Why do you think that foreigners get a bad rap for wanting to go to these countries? And why do you think that third world countries have a stigma for being negative? All right? That's what we have the comment section below for, guys. Hope you guys stay blessed. Hope you guys stay true. This has been a Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV. And with that being said, Good Doc is officially out. At least knuckle. Which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.